Hi, everyone. Thank you for making time to hear from us today. My name is Murray Smith. I'm here with my brother, Craig Smith. We've been working with Laura and Chris for the last few months on documenting what we think a digital marketing strategy could be for Club 1872. Just as a quick introduction, as I mentioned, my name is Murray Smith, based in New York, been working in technology for the last 13, 14 years. And been a member of Club 1872 since its foundation. I'll hand over to my brother Craig, and he'll start walking us through the slides. Over to you, Craig.
Hi everyone, I'm Craig. I've been working in digital marketing for the last 15 years, and now based in the US. Like Murray says, been working with Laura and Chris over the last several months to offer some support on digital marketing strategy. So we want to cover that with you today. So really what we wanted to cover just quickly was, what are our goals for digital marketing? Why is it important for an organization like Club 1872? Obviously, we've got a very diverse fan base, so we need to look at who we're targeting and how we would go about that, the kind of digital journey, the strategy, and the platforms we'd use. Any other ideas that we've had since talking with the group over the last several months, and then of course we've started to build the beginnings of a marketing team, but we certainly want to reach out and get some more volunteer support out there amongst the fan base if possible. So, really, we boiled it down to six key goals. I think digital marketing is a really core aspect of what we need to do at Club 1872, and I think it can have a really big influence on all of these. So, first one would be certainly to establish Club 1872 as a rite of passage for being a Rangers fan. Make it core to what the support is about. Also building a sustainable and long-term model for digital marketing. That is not something that you can just do for a month and forget about it for a year. This has to be an ongoing cost of business, something that we do all the time so that we stay relevant amongst the fan base, and really using that to educate the fan base on not only the benefits. I think everybody in the room and anybody who's a member, all feels the same about the benefits of it, but also educating the wider fan base on all the achievements we've made today. There's been a lot of negativity around Club 1872, which sometimes makes things like digital marketing difficult. But I think we really need to focus on what we've achieved as a group and make that the basis of the kind of campaigns that we're running, and really focus on changing the narrative from this kind of defensive justification of what we're doing to individual and collective responsibility, building on that never again campaign. And then, the last one we really think is a core goal for us is to proactively target renewal lapses, just to ensure that solid basis of membership is always there. So, why is digital marketing important? I think, in this day and age, there's no other way for us to reach such a large audience. I've put some of the different numbers there, whether it's the official club site, Club 1872, or some of the unofficial, fan type outlets that are out there. And anytime you're doing digital marketing, you can specifically target people who are interested in either the official or unofficial Rangers pages. So the potential for us to reach a really wide audience is huge. We can really target them based on their behaviors, based on their interest, and it's a real opportunity to engage with the fan base 24/7.
So as Craig mentioned, there's a lot we can do in digital marketing across a lot of different platforms. But what we wanted to start getting everyone thinking about is, depending on the type of Rangers fan or their circumstances, how we want to engage with them might be very different. So, for example, at one end of the spectrum, we have 50,000 fans going every couple of weeks, season ticket holders. How we engage with them is going to be very different. A match goer means there's much more likelihood we could have an in-person interaction with them, but and they're very engaged. But the challenge with matchgoers is that's an audience that's already paying a lot of money into Rangers. So the way in which we try and encourage them to join Club 1872 might be very different. At the other end of the spectrum, you've got fans like myself and Craig that live overseas. We're not going to matches every week, but we engage a lot online, Rangers TV, etc. So what we want to do is start working on how do we group our fan base to understand how we would target them differently. There might be different influencers there, different perspectives that those groups have. And what we can do by that is when we develop a robust marketing strategy, we can actually target different marketing campaigns at different types of Rangers fans. So for TikTok and Instagram might be more popular among millennials. Facebook might be more popular amongst older Rangers fans. So that's the level of specificity we can get into in a marketing strategy once we know what our target audience is.
And really, there's no other tactic than digital marketing to get as targeted as Murray's talking about there. Not only do we need to present each different audience with a message unique to their area, also depending on each stage that we target them at, on that path to membership would be different as well. So I'm sure many of you are going online every day, and you've been to a website, and then a couple of days later you're being served an ad for something that you looked at a couple of days before. That's the kind of tactics that we can bring to play here in Club 1872. So early on in the journey to membership, you're maybe just driving some awareness, educating people on the benefits of Club 1872. You're trying to bring them into a certain page on the site. We can see what people are clicking on, what they're doing, and then based on what they're showing an interest in, over time we can present them with unique and different messages that are very specific to where they've developed that interest. And the hope is that over time, from that education piece, you're moving them down to actually considering becoming a member. You're maybe bringing them into another part of the site that's telling them about the costs and the benefits and our goals. And then after that, hopefully driving them to the point of need and really, getting them onto that path to purchase, to becoming a Club 1872 member. So, like we're saying, not only on the different fan groupings, but on the tactics, we can be very, very specific about how we target our fans across each stage. And we can't do this on our own. I think Club 1872 has been a really lean operation for quite some time. It's a few volunteers here and there. Obviously Murray and I have offered our help on the marketing side. There's a couple of other people who have offered to help there, but we really need some more support on top of that to make this something that's sustainable for the long term. These are for example, some of the roles where we've no doubt that there's talent out there who are Club 1872 members who I'm sure are willing to help. Anybody with digital marketing, social media, analytics, and web experience would be really vital to the type of tactics that we're talking about here. We'd love somebody with a background in creative and content, so that if we're targeting these different fan groups, we can come up with advertising and articles that are very relevant to that audience. That's much more likely to keep them engaged and drive them through to membership. And then everything's about data in the digital marketing space. Certainly my background has been a very data-driven approach to digital marketing. So anybody with a background in database administration and BI would be vital to this. So we can use that data to see what people are doing and use that to make better decisions on what people are interested in and serve them with a much better experience down the road.
And that was it. So thank you everyone for your time. I hope that was interesting. Do let Laura, the rest of the board, Chris, know if there's any questions or if you'd be interested in helping out, and we are happy to keep working with Club 1872 to get this set up and hopefully increase our membership. Thanks very much. All the best.
Thank you.